everybody, to another edition of the Bushman's Beer Review. I'm the Bushman.
And I'm Black Rain.
Today we're very excited to announce that Black Rain has been nominated for a co-host. Pending approval, that is.
It's approved.
Well, we're not really sure about that. Anyways.
I'm the new co-host.
We're excited to announce that we'll be reviewing Goose Island's Honkers Ale today. You ready for this, Black Rain?
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, before we get to that, we'll want to talk to you about something that is near and dear to our heart.
We call this the world of beer.
Today on the World of Beer, palate cleanser.
Well, what is a palate cleanser and why would I need one?
The palate cleanser works by essentially wiping the slate clean and clearing the runway for the next dank beer landing.
So, what exactly constitutes a palate cleanser, Bushman?
Well, that's a good question, Black Rain. Any really mass-produced Pilsner type of beer, such as Coors Light, Bud Light.
What about Satan's Butthole? I mean, Miller Lite.
Most definitely. But anyways, you get the picture.
Yeah. So, the next time you have a few tasty craft brews in the fridge, be sure to keep a few palate cleansers on hand.
Palate cleansers! 'Cause water doesn't get you drunk! Alright, well today's beer is the Honkers Ale by Goose Island Brewery out of Chicago, Illinois. Black Rain, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Goose Island Honkers Ale?
Okie dokie.
Honkers Ale is 4.2% by volume. It's brewed with Styrian Golding hops as well as caramel, two-row, wheat, and roasted barley malts.
It's an English bitter brewed for those who want a little more from their beer, and I'd say we certainly do. Should be.
Delicious!
Yours is bigger than mine.
I know. It's like a Pontiac Aztec. Pretty smooth ride.
Very smooth.
As we've discussed, an amber ale. It's very malty. I think hops are hidden in there, but I would say more on the malty flavor.
Almost reminds me of like a malt from a 50s diner. It's got that kind of smooth, creamy flavor, but at the same time it's somewhat spicy on the end. Not overly spicy, but you can taste the caramel malt. It has a hint of roasted barley, and I think the strongest flavor is probably the malt.
The hops kind of hit you right when you first taste it, and then it's just like straight malt. It's that smooth malt flavor.
Not so much hoppy as much as a pale ale or an IPA, but it's not bland by any means. It's very good.
It's almost kind of a light bock, kind of like a light Shiner bock with just a little hop to it.
I think it tastes kind of similar to Laughing Skull.
I agree.
Kind of a bright amber ale, but that, like I said, that malt is the strongest flavor.
Old school, an old school English bitter, as they would call it. I have my PhD in English bitter, by the way, from the MPB, Mississippi Public Brewers Association.
Masters in it.
Yeah, that's the reason why they call me the Bushman. No, actually, they call me the Bushman because I don't trim my pubes.
Call me.
Usually. Anyways, well, I think it's time to wrap it up, and I'll go first because the men always go first in my world. No, I'm joking. Actually, we give it a solid 8. Oh yeah! Out of 10. And Black Rain?
I think it's fair to give it an 8.5. I think it deserves an 8.5, and the only reason I'm rating it is, relatively lowly on a scale of 1 to 10 is because personally, and I think I speak for an ale like this, I'll probably never give a 10, and it's nothing against the beer.
I totally agree with you on that one. Cheers.
Cheers.
There
Come
we go.
by.
Honkers Ale, Goose Island out of Chicago, Illinois. Before we wrap things up, we want to give a shout out to the little people out there, and we mean our fans.
And what better way to do that than by reading fan mail?
Alright, let's see about the first letter. It comes from Stormin' Norman out of Madison, Mississippi. And he says, "Dear beer gods, is there any way I could rock as hard as you?"
Norman, there's no way in hell. Next letter.
The next letter is from Billy from Arkansas, and it reads, "Bushman, I used to be a diehard fan, but now those movies suck. You guys suck too, lining your pockets with the brewery's money.
Ooh, attitude.
Felching any brewery that offers to tweet your review or give you free tours, glasses, free beer, t-shirts, etc., etc., etc. Listen here.
No, Bushman, I got this. Listen up, Billy, Mr. William. We here at the Bushman's Beer Review will not succumb to the influence of monetary compensation.
We cannot be bought.
No, we cannot. For our interests lie in reviewing beers fairly and ethically.
And not stuffing our faces with the fine wines and cheeses. Isn't that right, Super Fred?
Yeah. Wait, no.
Thanks for watching, guys and gals, and keep that viewer mail coming.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter at the Bushman82 and Wicked Scepter.
All right. Well, I'm Ben the Bushman Street,
And I'm Nick Blackrain Conklin.
and you've been Bushman.
Rain!
Water doesn't get you drunk.